Yo, what's going on, folks? It's me, Justin. I'm finally putting my data set plus AI SERP carpet bombing into action. What am I talking about here? Let's see. Next, what the F am I talking about? So, I've talked about this previously. Basically, I had a data set of my affiliate program information for the case study site. For the last 4 years, I've been talking about these programs and been making money from them. I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and just create a data set with all the important information somebody that wants to make a purchase needs to know about these programs. Proprietary information, it's all in one place. I've taken that information, formatted it into the bulk publishing spreadsheet, Ariel Phoenix's tool, and with that, I can create content, data-fed content on a brand new site, and hopefully take over more than one spot in the SERPs. So no matter where people are clicking on, if they like this title over that title, they're coming in, they're clicking, they're purchasing. It's me. So the data set. All right. So I wish I could just share it, but it's pretty proprietary as far as, hey, most of these columns are just based on my stuff. But if you want to do this yourself, here's what you need. Right. Product names. I think I have 16 that are in this spreadsheet. I do want to expand out over time and get maybe 30 plus different affiliate programs, all just hooking and jabbing. I've created something so the affiliate links, the formats are standardized. What I mean by that is I use Thirsty Affiliates for link cloaking and more link management, but link cloaking is also a side benefit. So there, these ugly ass XYZ/ref blah 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 links, just clean. They look nice, but they're all formatted and standardized in a way that all I have to do is I have a cell that is just the website domain name www.com. I change that out. It will adjust all those cells so it says www.com/go/product1/go/product2 down the line. That way, was that bullet number 6? The CTA it works. I don't have to manually add that in. It's good to go. The information, of course, the actual data. What does it do? How much does it cost? Where's it from? Who makes it? All that kind of stuff. Benefits. Features, the slug, which I don't know if I'm going to maintain the use of it just because every site would have the same exact slug. I might have it, so I might just put in the generated title as the slug. That way it's unique, even though they'll be, 10 words long. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. It's such a silly thing to worry about. Of course, the CTA, I have that. It's just a text-based CTA. Are you ready to buy XYZ? Click here to buy now. Something like that. I can change it and update it every iteration. But that way I have calls to actions for specific products in specific spots within the articles, and I don't have to manually put them in. Literally just, at this point, all I have to do is click and drag, and I can have 237 articles created that are ready to sell. All right. The data set prompt. So I talked about this in a previous video at some point. I don't know. But instead of just going in and, the prompt on, if you're familiar with the spreadsheet, you have prompts that you can customize. Continue this article, write in a 6th grade reading level, include HTML markup for H2 or for headings and bold and lists and stuff like that. Boom. That's like the technical side. How I want it to create. And then on the data set prompt is what I want to create. I will say, here's the title of this article. Here's what I want you to write about. And I say, it costs $50. It smells like cheese. Looks like shit. Boom. Then I'll take that and it will, depending on what my prompt is, the recipe. So like ingredients and recipe. Rewrite this as a fortune teller, and then it will spit out, I can foresee in the future your world will smell like cheese because this product smells like cheese. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And then the publishable content, of course, is actually what's going to be published. So maybe someday I will put out the actual, like, create a video about what the actual data set or the generator looks like. But I have to just scrub it, and I don't really want to do that right now. So the tools I'm using to do all this, right? Typical shit. Generate press and generate blocks. I get the developer license. I can make as many sites as I want using these two things. So I'm going to. Bulk publishing spreadsheet. I already said. You can Google it. I think it might have a link somewhere. I don't know. You Google it. It's like $200, maybe $250 now. I'm not sure. It's worth it. On the alternative, if you know how to connect OpenAI's API to Google Sheets, that's what it is. There's a few additional things like a few prompts built in that are kind of coded in a way that really makes sense for blogging. But either or works. I bought it. You know why? Because I'm not a fucking nerd. Thirsty Affiliates is what I use for less for cloaking and more just for affiliate link management, because I can export from one site, bloop, and I can import it on another, and it's boom, it's all there. All, however many links I have, they're all there. And then every iteration, I plan on improving in some way, whether it be something simple like the prompts or something like that, or maybe including extra software. Hey, I want to actually create unique images for all these things. I'm going to get Placid or whatever. Something's going to change, hopefully. Otherwise, I'm just, doing the same thing over and over again, which, it may work, but I would rather improve every time. So that way, this first site looks like Flintstones, and the last one looks like the Jetsons. Next, costs. So for this first site, hosting a domain, I just got some cheap ass shared hosting. I'm talking, I think it, $3-4 per month. Like, I don't plan, this site is not going to get a lot of traffic. I don't foresee. And then there's a deal where it's like, hey, you pay for a year and you get a domain for free. I said, okay, great. So now, if it's getting some amount of traffic, at month 11, I will keep it. If not, I will just let it die. It's $50. It doesn't matter. So there's that aspect. OpenAI API, $28.74, but that was also with testing. So that was figuring out what prompts to use, running it, going, that's not how I want it to look. Let me edit that. Okay, that's how I want it to look. Boom. So I'm guessing next time it might be like $22, $23. Who knows? And DeepL API, I don't know exactly right now because it's not done translating everything, but I'm guessing it's going to be under $200. I don't know the exact word count. I'm trying to think. I think there's like 200 and there's less than 250. I got the handy dandy. If you've been following along at home since I made videos back in like college, this calculator's lived in more states than you have. 250 times maybe like 1,500 words. I'm guessing, about 400,000. That's highballing it. 400,000. It might cost like $200. Whatever. And, it took me all day because I had to set up everything. But in the future, time, since, money is not the only cost, but also time. Future, it'll probably take me like 2 hours to get one of these sites up and running. Because, the spreadsheet, that's click and drag. That's a nothing burger. That's do it, go do something else. That's not even factored in. But setting up about page, homepage, contact us page with a form that goes fucking nowhere. Privacy pages, terms and conditions, all that kind of stuff to make it, a full site, a complete site, so to speak. Maybe a few hours. And then elements like for this first site, I have a box at the top right below every single headline, or not headline, but the title of every page. Boom, there's a box that says, here are the most important links, and they're to a few affiliate programs that make me the most money. And then at the end, there's another box for like related articles, and that is just a query loop for other articles in the same category. The category is based off the program, and then they're ordered in alphabetical order because I finally learned how to do that. So now a few of those. So again, maybe 2 hours to set all that up, and then eventually I can get to the point where I just kind of standardize everything, and really just boom, blast. Break even. This is actually a picture of me tossing Monopoly money. I don't recognize that as real money. It's not a USD. It's not a dollar, American style. So I don't know what that is. Break even. So looking at my revenue since the beginning of my site, the case study site, and I'm talking about for the main site, for the clone site, and the e-commerce site, which is over 1 million users, I get about 8 cents for every user that comes to the site. Right? 2020, it was, you can see the numbers there. Yeah, I'm not going to, do that to you. Granted, I know that users is not exactly the best metric of showcasing what the break even is, just because, the earnings and users are not tied. If my site went down this month and went to zero, I would still, my earnings per user would go up because I would still make money without any users. So that's not the best kind of, hey, here's what I need to be at in order to be in the clear, but it's easy. And it's easy to understand. So with that, with the cost being about $300, we'll say, I need about 3,700 users in the first year to break even. That's not unreasonable, considering this is the 1.1 cent per word site, right? In the last 30 days, 2.3 thousand users. That's the chart from, it started in March. That's what it looks like. Boom, huge, and then kind of just, and then, oh yeah, we're still going up, right? 103 posts, 1.1 cent per word, garbage. I'm talking like straight from one of those countries. You know what I'm talking about, where they'll provide you some 1.1 cent per word content. And it actually cost me way too much considering like the quality, considering AI writes so much better than that, like $1,200. But it's getting traffic, and it doesn't look like it's going to be losing traffic anytime soon. And if it does, okay, that's fine. But there's the traffic over time. And the bottom chart is the affiliate clicks, which I'm thinking there's a little bit of some bot bullshit going on in August and September. But I don't think it's out of the realm possibility for like June, July, 700 to 1,000 clicks. Basically every other person that comes to the site clicks through to a link, and they might click on more than one. You know what I mean? Great. That's just it. Great. Because that's what's ultimately what matters is clicks as opposed to visitors. But I don't track how many clicks most of these programs get anymore because it's way too much to track. My users is easy. And then the e-commerce site did about 2.4 thousand users, did about 200, a little more than $200, has only 63 posts. It is being linked to by the main site and the 1.1 cent per word site, but it does get, like, with those 63 posts, I'd say it gets about 1,100 organic visitors per month. And then the other two sites send, like, referral, direct traffic, and then it gets some email traffic as well. So I plan on linking to the e-commerce site from all these other sites as well. Like, that's one of those important links at the top. Just boom, hey, go to this site for products. I think that's the last slide. I think that's it. So, yeah, that's what we're getting after. I did not do it today. I worked so hard yesterday, and then I went out, had some beers, talked to some babes. Smoke some cigarettes. So today I'm like, you know what? I'm playing video games. I'm chilling. I made this video. Don't think that the calculators are over with. I don't know if I shared this. This just came yesterday, but I got like jeepers creepers. We'll do this right here. Oh, it's still the same. Dang it. Boom. Back to Norman. I got like a stand so I can just set my book down and I can read, the reference, and I gotta put it down without breaking shit. So now that's there. Instead of having to reach over and try to type, now it's boom, it's it's propped up, and I can see it just fine. I'm gonna move this back over here so I can actually look. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's what we got going on. I could whip one of those sites up in hours as opposed to days. Calculators are still going. I think I'm getting a bunch of nonsensical traffic for that, which isn't too great, but we'll do what we do. Anyway, I think that's it.